to start.
Ba ba boo.
And then it says there's a viewer waiting.
One whole. That's good. We'll take it.
Yay, viewers.
A viewer.
A viewer.
Don't get it twisted.
Just one so far.
That's all right. It's a weird time when all of that.
Yeah, some people are still at work or school or whatever.
They have actual.
Some people have real lives.
Yeah, no, but
we're joking.
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to us.
Yeah. And there's a million other things people could be doing. So when they do take the time to watch our YouTube,
that's what I'm saying.
That's really awesome.
And
it's really sweet of them to do that.
Yeah. But if you can muster up a few minutes to watch our little program, our little offering here, our attempt to entertain you.
Yeah. All right. So David Beckham's here. Hello, David. And Draw.
You mean the guy, the Posh Spice's husband?
No, not that Beckham.
Wow, that's awesome.
But he's just as awesome, I'm sure.
No, I'm not talking about Posh's husband. I'm talking about the other David Beckham. This guy. Cool.
Bone Jangler. Wow.
Oh.
I'm surprised he's here. He said he could be editing. I'm sure you've got a lot of video to edit for your shows.
God. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even started on our show for this week yet. Oh, boy.
Todd Andrews, Tough Aldrin. Hey, guys.
It's going to be a long couple nights.
I've been me longer than he has, says David Beckham.
Yes, I think that's a good point.
That is a very valid point.
Yeah, it's like copyright or trademark. I mean,
I've been doing it longer.
You had it longer than you technically are the rights owner.
That's funny. So we're gonna give it like another minute or two, and then we'll get started. If anyone misses the live stream, that's okay. They can catch us later.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody's doing well. I've got some sinus and allergy things going on, and possibly an ear infection thing.
So a lot of fun on your end.
Yeah, I've got medicine in case it doesn't go away. I'll be okay with that. So I'm on the mend.
But sat in urgent care for half a day today.
Oh yeah, that was
all morning.
Time consuming.
But that's urgent care. The ER is worse. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't that urgent to go to the.
No.
To go there.
It was semi-urgent.
I just needed my ears checked.
Well, yeah, you needed someone officially make sure that that's what was going on, and it was. So.
Yeah. How's the weather, says Paul? Well, it's warm. It's unseasonably warm.
Yeah.
For being later in September, but
ain't bad.
You know, it's not too bad. We'll take it. We could use some rain though. It's been really dry in northern Ohio.
Yeah.
I think Ohio's having a little bit of a drought.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We got a drought.
Yeah, we could
What's
use some
that all
rain.
about?
I know.
Makes me want to scream and shout. Sit around and pout.
All right, well, let's get started.
All right, everybody. Hey. Welcome to another fun episode of Living the Scream.
The behind the scenes of The Mummy and the Monkey, and I am Janet, the Mummy.
And I am James, and I portray Grimgory the Monkey on our Mummy the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout. Friday nights at 8:45 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, where we sit down and we show scary flicks, skits, and all kinds of little fun little bits. We try to do like a 2-hour ditty.
Skits, bits, and a scary flick.
Ditty. I shouldn't even use that word anymore.
Scary.
He ruined that word now. You can't say ditty.
That creep.
Dang it.
Yeah, that dude that got arrested.
A 2-hour Funapalooza, Horrorpalooza, whatever you want to call it.
So we play retro horror films on Friday nights, and you put sound effects in the movie.
Yes, we try to spice them up.
In character for those shows.
Yes, we are not sitting here like this, although maybe we should. It would be a lot easier.
Yeah, and
the James and Janet show, or the Janet and James show.
I think it would be a little more boring.
You think so? You think I'm boring?
No, I think maybe just us in out of character is like a little more vanilla.
Really?
It's like a little more.
You think I'm vanilla even on this show?
Well, no.
Even on what we do here? I'm
saying it's a different vibe. I'm not like discrediting you or putting you down in any way. I'm saying it's a different vibe.
Because I can make this I can get off the hook on this if you want me to. I can go crazy. But I will not.
Neil's just getting off of work. Todd says you're a poet and don't know it.
Sometimes I show it.
Todd says you'd be like Kiss without makeup.
I better stop before I blow it. There's a lot of words that rhyme with that.
So the behind the scenes podcast here that we usually host is we talk about updates with the Mummy and the Monkey show.
Yes.
Goings-ons behind the scenes with the show. And then we also talk about our eBay and reselling adventures.
Yes.
So what do you want to talk about first?
You decide.
eBay and reselling.
What do you feel
or
like
Mummy
we got?
Monkey?
What's the deeper well? Let's start with the.
Let's do eBay and reselling. But first, The links are in the video description. The necklace I'm wearing.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by.
Yes.
Sort of.
Let's get the sponsors out of the way.
The shilling.
This is made by an Amazon company called Cosmos. They make some flashy, fun costume jewelry. I am wearing their earrings and their necklace. So there's that. And then I'm also wearing some cool swag from The Mummy and the Monkey.
Both links are in the description.
And our Teespring store is in the video description box if you want to get a cool t-shirt. This is a men's size medium. A lady could wear it too. They've got, different sizes and styles to choose from.
Well, we have women's sizes,
there's women's fitted t-shirts
yes, there's
too.
Fitted, everything.
But with t-shirts, I like to have room.
Yeah.
I don't always wear tight-fitting stuff when I'm not mummy, when I'm not dressed
Maybe your
up.
preferences. Yeah, but we have all kinds of stuff there, cuts and fittings and what have yous.
Yeah.
But more about the jewelry.
Oh yes, so the link is in the video description. This is made by a company called Cosmos. So that was sent to us. So that was nice of them to send that. And then
I didn't get any bling.
Well, maybe
What's
next
up
time
with
they'll
that?
send you some bling. And then the sunglasses. We're still rocking the sunglasses. These are made by a company called FIRMOO, and they have a 50% off coupon code where you can get their cool sunglasses. They also have, if you need prescription glasses, you can get frames and stuff from them and get your prescription sent into them and get some glasses made up. But yeah, 50% off is a pretty sweet deal. So we got the sponsors out of the way.
Yeah, and I'm in the market for some buck plugs.
For some what?
Buck plugs.
What?
Well, the fence has holes in it, and those bucks keep poking their head through. I need to plug that hole up to keep the bucks from coming through the fence. So I need buck plugs.
That sounds terrible.
So if
I know what you're trying to do.
If there's any off-market, because they're expensive. You ever looked at how
that.
expensive? And they all come in different sizes, too. Because the bucks sometimes aren't always the same size, but those holes, you got to plug the holes up.
So
buck plug.
let's read some comments, and we'll talk about our adventures.
I don't want this to be too vanilla, the show.
Sound is cutting in and out. Never mind, it was on my end. Okay, yeah, it's showing the microphone's on.
Yeah, we paid our utility bills. It better not be us.
Any way to turn up the volume? Can barely hear you. Oh, I'm
really?
Sorry. Okay, let's fix this.
Well, is the mic? It is up there. Again, it might be. Well,
is that better, guys?
Boop, boop, yeah.
Hello, hello.
That's as high as it'll go. I mean, you can't do anything internally. It's just with it. You can, but with just this mic program. Okay. I think that's it.
All right. Yeah, I did turn it up, and we're right here, so it should be okay. You could probably just turn the volume up on your computer or whatever.
That got to get me some more. Come on, Lou. Come on, they want to see you, Lou. And I have pants on where they can see you.
Oh, and special guest Louie might be showing up here.
Oh, he's doing something.
I gave him treats, so I think he's good on the treats.
What are you doing, man? There he is. Well, my t-shirt's a little dark, but anyway, there's Louie.
Over the weekend, we visited our friend Tony and his other vendor friends at the Streetsboro Flea Market.
That's right.
And Tony Beller made this amazing Ghoulardi doll.
He gifted us with this really cool...
And he gifted it to us.
Wow, that's really neat. It's kind of like the Superhost doll he made us as well.
So that'll be somewhere on our set. We'll have to set it somewhere.
Let's rearrange some stuff maybe
for
this week's show and prominently show our Superhost and the Ghoulardi doll he made.
And I need to start putting Halloween stuff out.
Oh,
like the pumpkin pails.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Halloween. I guess we're doing now we're doing eBay stuff, right? Thrifting, eBay, all that kind of stuff.
We're gonna do that
reselling.
First.
Okay.
And then we could talk about the other stuff.
It sounds like a good deal to me.
In a little while. Yeah. Okay, so we hit up the flea market, and I'm always on the lookout for found film, like 8mm film. We're always looking for like found VHS tapes.
Yes.
I have a box here that has old film reels in it.
Oh, you grabbed it.
And I'm excited that, one day I'm going to be scanning them in.
There's some fun stuff looking. I don't know what's on these things, but man, there's some stuff. One of them has a weird, what's that one say?
Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Someone's wedding. Jackie's wedding? I can't read the cursive.
That's Jackie's
Easter,
wedding?
Cape Cod, 67.
Ooh.
So this film reel is from 1967.
It's Cape Cod. That's ritzy ditzy people.
Yeah, so it might be like, fancy people wedding. These are antique spectacles. They're like, reading glasses from maybe 100 years ago. I don't know exactly.
That case looks like 20s or something.
Probably 1930s, and it has
20s or 30s.
Miller. It's like, you know, they're the
Miller
advertising for the eye doctor.
Octopus. Oculist,
Yes.
optometrist, optician.
Optometrist.
Wow.
That's the word I was looking for.
All 3 words are in here.
And then, okay, this one says Christmas 1961. So on this little film reel is someone's Christmas from 1961.
Wow.
So we adopted some families here.
That is insane.
There's a little film reel. It's someone's life on film there.
Someone's memories.
Yeah. That is just, it's so cool and very humbling because that's all of us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Polly's Confirmation? 1965.
Lots of those. Catholic
So
confirmation.
yeah, so there's some churchy stuff from 1965 on here.
Awesome.
Let's see. Kathy. Someone's wedding. Their name starts with a K. Maybe Catherine or Kathy. And Marv, maybe? But it's someone's wedding.
Kathy and Marv.
I don't know the year, though. But someone's wedding from back then. This one, Christmas 1969.
Sexy year.
A good year there.
55-year-old film. How do I know that?
House, family, Diana, me, Cheryl, Lauren, Ruth, Euclid Beach.
Oh!
Euclid Beach Park,
Does it say
bet.
Park or Beach?
It says Euclid Beach.
Doesn't matter. There should be good stuff. What year?
Painesville and Cedar Point Beach.
Oh.
So they went to
Other
Euclid
beaches.
Beach and Cedar Point Beach.
8 millimeter?
It doesn't say what year. It's 8mm.
Nice. Well, that should
That's
be the
8
first one. You
millimeter.
better scan it this weekend.
I better scan that one in.
That's a good one. And we still haven't found the Drunk Dad one you bought.
Yeah, you know, I'm still looking for Drunk Dad. There was
That'll
one
pop
I
up.
bought a year ago, and it was labeled Drunk Dad. And I was really excited. I'm like, who is Drunk Dad? I need to see.
He's around here somewhere. We got to find him.
Yeah, so he's there somewhere. Ruggers Customs, hello. Now, Ruggers Customs shared in the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group. I sold them an old ColecoVision game system for parts.
That's them. Okay.
And it was from my collection because back in the day, I had all kinds of old video game systems that I meant to work on. Like, I wanted to get them working and, you know, had all this stuff saved. And it sat for years, you know. And I was going through some boxes several months back, and I'm like, I should just sell all these. Let someone else enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
So I put them on eBay, in my eBay store, and Ruggers Customs bought one, and they customized it. They added LED lights, cleaned it up. It looks really cool what they did to it, and they shared the pictures in the Mummy and the Monkey Facebook group.
Maybe we'll show them on our show this week. You know, what do you do?
Maybe, but yeah, they I guess customize old video game systems.
Huh.
So that's pretty sweet, and I guess
That's
they have,
different.
you know, people that, you know, pay for that service.
That's interesting. I never saw it before. That's pretty interesting.
So it's cool to like have your own little small eBay business, and then you're helping other small businesses too.
Yeah.
By
that's
like supplying,
very cool.
by finding these old video games and then putting them on eBay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Bar call.
Kev Thulu says, Elaine and I saw a video you made about the cat dancer kitty toy we sent. So cute. Our cats love it. Oh yeah, Jack and the other kitties love it too.
Mm-hmm. Is that the...
Yeah, it's like the little ribbon
whippy
toy.
thing? Yeah, they love it.
And Tuff says, you just reminded me I have to get my listings ready to post on eBay.
Yes. List. Don't forget.
Drunk Dad is the famous lost film of the Mummy and the Monkey. Laughy face says Sears.
Could be. Hey, you know, I saw some people, speaking of eBay, obviously we are speaking of eBay.
Yeah.
On the reseller water cooler Facebook group, where people were saying that they're able to list stuff.
So there was a big glitch on eBay earlier this morning because I was putting some drafts together, and then so I would take my pictures like on my phone and save it. And then later, you know, I do a handful of listings, and then later I go on the computer to finish the drafts because I like to type everything out on the keyboard. It's just easier for my hands. But then, like, my drafts disappeared. Like, the screen wasn't loading right, and then the drafts, like, completely were disappeared, and it said you had no drafts. And I was like, wait a minute, I just took all those pictures.
That's even worse news in a bar. When all the drafts disappear, it's like, where are my drafts?
Now
I guess I have to go with bottle now.
That would be devastating.
Which is backups.
But it's okay now. It looks like whatever glitch was going on with eBay, they did fix it because later in the day I went to go look at it, and everything was back up.
Mm-hmm.
Even the pictures. So I was like, oh good. I don't have to like retake all those photos.
Whew.
So, and yeah, what's cool about some of those like reseller groups on Facebook and eBay groups, people will share that. Like if there's a new update or a glitch or something going on. Yeah, like people will share that. So then like you can see all that. And that way, if you're experiencing something, you're like, okay, I'm not the only one. There's like something going on with it's not my computer, it's not my phone, it's something going on with the site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have that kind of venue.
So,
forum.
There's a bunch of films in here. I'm just looking forward
There's
to...
one weird one. We can't view it, I don't think, because we don't have... But what's that? Let me see it.
There's a 16 millimeter.
Where's that big fat... It has no real... Yeah, what's
yeah,
it
this
say?
one's this one's not labeled at all.
There's one that says something really weird on it.
It's 16 millimeter.
What does it say? There's a... Can you read it? Are you allowed to read it? It says sex?
Oh.
It says sex killer? What's it say?
It says sex killer. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know.
You're like, let's just get these 6. I'm like, no, get all of them.
That's a weird one.
That could be some weird...
I'd have to put it on like a film reel and run it on a 16 projector. And then maybe try to video.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Maybe
it's a scary movie or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It looks... I don't know. It's weird. And then, remember those old, like, disposable cameras?
Yes, I do.
This is one that was never used. It's from like 20 years ago.
Oh, it's indoor and outdoor.
Indoor and outdoor.
Thank goodness.
400 speed color print film. So I'm thinking like, wouldn't it be fun to take pictures on that and then
Mummy and the Monkey pictures?
Yeah, like Mummy and the Monkey photos and actually get it developed and see how they turn out.
Which, yes.
Like 20 years later to see what the expired film looks like.
Yeah, but the weird thing, but then again, there's filters that you can make any photograph you take digitally look like stuff like that. You know?
Oh. David says, looks like a trailer. It looks like it might be 35 millimeter.
Yeah, that's not 16.
Yeah, maybe that is larger than the 16.
Let me see.
I think he's right. Yeah. And David's a big fan of film.
Good to see this one.
Don't rip the label off. Just leave the label. Don't rip it off.
Why?
Leave it alone.
Why? You didn't want to get this one initially.
Well, no, originally I didn't because I can't scan it. I don't know what...
That's like a...
Yeah, it's small enough. It could be a film trailer.
Well, I hope so. It's... Yeah, I mean, nothing weird's going to be on something like this. It's too expensive to me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well,
so that could have been one, yeah.
All right, gently with that one. Don't get your
David says, I'm interested in buying it. Ooh.
Well,
email us later. We'll have to
figure something
out. Yeah. So there's that, and then there's other trinkets in there that I picked up, and then Tony Beller hooked us up with some things.
Yes.
But the vendors there are always super nice. The people that we run into. This is like an antique, like lipstick holder for your vanity, like a little makeup holder, but it's all gold and fancy.
What did I find there? I'm trying to remember what I got. Nothing that's really showable. I mean, some VHS tapes that have stuff maybe recorded off TV on it. Some weird movies I found too. Oh shit! I should have grabbed those. Right.
Well, that's okay. Well, you could share those things that you found.
Well, this is not from the.
That was from a thrift shop.
But and the devil puppet too. Where'd that go?
It's here somewhere.
Oh, I know it is here somewhere, but I understand that.
We could show it later.
Okay.
All
right. Well, anyway, so
let's continue.
Also on but that's not. I mean, of course we go. We don't stop there. We go everywhere else, right? So we went to Savers on Old Man Day yesterday evening. I call it that because on Tuesdays, the Savers in Cleveland anyway, they'll do 30% off of anyone that's 55 and over. Well, hey, at least it pays off, right?
It's the senior shopping day.
And yesterday, I found a lot of cool stuff. I don't have it here, but I found 2 yearbooks. I listed them last night from Georgetown, 67 and 68, and both of them have class photos of Bill Clinton in them. And that's why I picked them up, because people have them listed for like $100. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I listed them kind of high last night.
And you found the pictures you showed me. Yeah. You're like, oh, there he is. There's Bill in there.
There's his junior picture in 67 and his senior picture in 68. So, yeah, those are kind of funny. A lot of different people went to Georgetown, not just people, from that area.
Yeah.
Because you look at all the and there's people from all over the country. So maybe somebody here went there and just had them.
I know, like, the yearbooks are a thing if there is like a celebrity or famous person in there, like a former president, celebrity person. Yeah, some people collect those yearbooks.
Hey, Captain Joint's in the house. What's up, man?
Cthulhu says, I'm a 69er like James.
Yeah.
Captain Joint says, way over 55.
Yeah, I'm catching up. I'm not far behind.
Elaine says, got my uncle a cell phone. He can't figure it out, and he still insists on me tracking down those disposable cameras. They're getting more pricey and hard to find the last few years.
I've seen them. We see them here and there. There were a couple of them somewhere just the other day.
Sometimes the drugstores like Walgreens will still have them, but they don't develop the film anymore. Some places you could still develop the film.
Walgreens doesn't?
Well, it's like a send-out service.
It's expensive, too.
And it's a little pricier now because there's not many labs that will develop them anymore.
No.
Because of all the chemicals and everything.
Well, it's just expensive. And
Yeah,
kind of
it's
a kind of, what do they call that? Just sort of not something,
Elaine, maybe
out of date.
maybe an inexpensive digital camera would be okay for him to use. Something that's like easy to deal with, where he could get the pictures made anywhere.
But I was looking through the Halloween stuff at Savers. Not Halloween, just sometimes they'll group stuff up at the Savers thrift store. Like since it's Halloween season, they had one end cap full of just books and DVDs and videos that were all like monster related. And I found some really cool stuff. I'll go from least cool to the coolest. There's a King Kong book by Anthony Browns.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just an illustrated King Kong book. It's not worth anything. It's just a fun storybook, based on the King Kong story. And it's kind of neat. But their deal there with the books were if you buy 4, you get 1 free. So, and plus my 30% discount, so it was pretty good. Here's one. More classics of the horror film. 50 Years of Great Chillers by William K. Everson. That was a cool find. And these books were like $4 a piece before my discount, and one of them was free. So, do the math. There, it's got illustrated. Lots of pictures of old movies, and cool reference book for us to look up stuff, maybe find out some things. But the one that I picked up, that I already have this book in my collection. My mom bought it for me. Here's a funny story. My mom bought me this book, and I guess this came out in 1983. And I don't know why she took the cover off it. Didn't remember the cover, but when I opened it up, I saw this, and I'm like, oh, this is the Vampire Cinema. This book I guess it came out in 83, so I must have been 14 when this came out. But the funny thing is, my mom bought me this, and she went through it first, and she got it for like my birthday, I think, one year.
Aww.
I might have been 14, I guess, but it came out in. Oh, first, this is 1977. That's what I thought. I got this earlier than 1983.
Oh, okay.
I got this when I was a lot younger.
So when you were younger.
Probably 8 or 9.
Okay.
That's what I thought I remembered. But the funny thing is my mom, she stapled the pages together that had, there's some nudity.
Well, don't show it on YouTube.
I'm not. There's some nudity in this book.
There's some topless pictures in that
Bone
book.
Jangler probably is really aware of this book.
And your mom stapled it. She covered up the pages.
She stapled together, and I still have that book. It doesn't have the dust jacket.
Oh, Mom.
But stuff like this, she.
Oh, she didn't want you seeing that.
There's even a chapter on lesbian vampires. Like this one was stapled together. You can't.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a little kid, she didn't want you to see that.
No, but there's
She knows you like the monster stuff, though.
But it's
That's funny.
Just like, well, yeah, I can show it. Like Christopher Lee, but there's a lot of Hammer horror film stuff. Is Bone Jangler saying anything? Like,
this I don't see him in the chat right now.
Okay.
Oh, he says he has that book.
I'm sure he does.
He has it.
I'm sure he does.
Sears says very cool books.
Yeah, and but it had like really cool like stuff like this in it, and yeah, I don't have, like I said, it's kind of cool. I might keep it. They only like go for $24 on eBay, or listed for 20. They
but
might sell for
people
15.
like them. It's like just a neat collectible thing.
So I already have a book, but I don't have the dust jacket. See, so I just have the book.
You have like the book with the stapled page.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure. I should go look. Mine might be.
Well, I mean, if you like it, keep it. You can have a little like.
Yeah, but this
your own little mini library.
This is from 1977, and I looked at this book. As you could imagine, of course, I took the staples off. And my mom was like, "Did you take this?" I'm like, "No, of course."
Oh no, of course not.
The first thing I did.
And then you take the staples off, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Come on now, hey now, look at that. That's a great. And maybe that's why I like Posterior so much. Maybe it came from this book. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the.
Well,
anyway.
it's artistically done.
And it got even better because.
And some of those movies aren't for
No, I mean
Are
they're
for sensitive viewers.
yeah.
So.
I mean, but you can see stuff like that on the Bone Jangler show on Saturday nights at 8 on the MonsterChannel.com.
Oh yeah, he leaves a lot of that in there.
I like that.
But he yeah.
Different flavor.
It's a different format, a different style.
Yes, definitely a good show for that.
Jangler's copy has pizza stains on it, says David Hayes.
It could. I'm gonna tell you what kind of stains mine has on it.
Liam says now you have the unedited book.
No, no.
Chuck says you guys are so interesting, so many interests and talents. Oh, thank you, Chuck.
That's very kind.
That's very nice.
But it got even better, even though we read it.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, I saw this sitting on the shelf. It's called, and I'm like, how does this still? It's a big tin of DVDs called Toxie's Blood Bank. Toxie referring to the Toxic Avenger, referring to this is a Troma film collection. Of films that Troma bought and licensed whatever and put out. But there are like 10 DVDs in here. They're all in here, and they're all in good condition.
Oh, nice.
I looked at them all. This was $8, $7.99, less than 30%. So whatever that was. And I'm like, no way. Every movie sounds horrible, and I can't wait to watch them. There's Evil Clutch, Beyond Evil, Nightmare Weekend, Death by Dialogue, Nightfall.
I haven't.
Scream, Baby Scream.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these movies. They're probably all pretty bad.
Horror of the Hungry Humongous Hungin.
They look like they're going to be fun to watch because they're bad movies.
And we read some. We looked up. I looked this up. This set only goes for like I think between $25 and $30 on a good day on eBay. I'm not going to sell it because to find stuff like this in the wild is like great for me.
I bet it sat on the shelf because no one heard of it. Like, maybe they didn't know what those movies were.
Oh, my favorite stuff to find.
Because I'm thinking, like, how is that still on the shelf?
My favorite stuff to find. Anyway, so but we looked up the reviews on this, and people were like, I like B movies a lot. It doesn't matter, but every movie is just garbage. I just threw it away.
Someone said that?
A waste of money.
In a review?
Yeah, on Amazon.
Wow.
On Amazon, somebody.
Well, now we have to watch it.
Oh,
if it's
my
that,
heart.
if the reviews are that bad.
I love it. That makes me want to watch this junk even more. So
I know, we're like, we're intrigued now.
We on top of all the stuff we have to watch already, we even got more stuff to watch. So anyway, I had a great day yesterday at the Savers. Usually we don't find anything like this at all.
What did I find there yesterday?
No, you found an alien mask?
Oh, an alien mask. Yeah, I want to make. I made them last year with great success. I take chicken wire.
They look good.
And I wrap up the chicken wire and shape it to look like body
Giant.
Parts, tall.
You made like 8-foot guys.
So those like 12-foot skeletons from Home Depot. I don't want to pay $300 or more for that crap. Yeah, they look cool, but I don't want to pay that much. So I went to Menards and got chicken wire and got a fence post and made my own mannequins using old masks, capes, old fabric, and people thought they were scary. Like when we were handing out candy, kids were going, "Oh, you're the scary house."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and I'm reading some of the comments about the book and everything. Yeah, my mom is definitely the reason why I'm into horror movies and into horror hosts. She watched that stuff not growing up, but she was like, she was probably in her mid-teens, early 20s when Ghoulardi was out in the mid-60s.
Teens then. A teen then.
The mid-teens, yeah. Mid to late teens. And but she turned me on to Houlihan and Big Chuck in the early 70s and the Ghoul when he was out in the early 70s.
Yeah.
She thought that stuff was funny and liked horror movies and sci-fi. She was a big fan of that stuff too. Single mom, raised 2 boys, and definitely was where I get my sense of humor from and my interest in a lot of this stuff. And she did buy that book because she knew I loved horror movies and stuff. Yeah. And instead of buying me some, I don't know, anything, I guess she thought I was probably right at that age that, I don't know why she bought it.
Because you like monsters.
I think she bought it.
You like monster movies.
Didn't realize what was in it until she flipped through it probably for some reason. And
but that was cute.
I was like, uh-oh.
She knows you like.
I'm not taking this thing back.
She knows you like scary movies and monster movies.
Yeah, so she's just the pages together and hoped that I wouldn't, and I did. So there you go.
And then Kev Thulu says, "I can't wait for Halloween this year. Last year we didn't decorate. I was down with COVID." Aw.
That's a bad time to get COVID because how do you enjoy anything? Right?
I know, right?
Well, fingers crossed that it won't happen here.
Bone Jangler says it's a good mom fostering that interest. Yeah, my mom didn't like scary movies, but she let us celebrate Halloween You know, we had
Let you.
Well, we had fun. We dressed up. We went trick or treating.
Yeah.
You know, we got to carve pumpkins. So, you know, even though she wasn't really into the scary movie stuff, it wasn't really her thing. She did tell me she would watch Ghoulardi with her brother.
Where did you get your interest in horror movies?
Because my birthday's 2 days before Halloween.
I guess you're kind of
So I just always liked Halloween stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's how I got into it. And then I had an older cousin who would like tell me about scary movies and like Jason and Freddy Krueger. And then later on, I got to watch those from, you know, you get videos out from the video store.
Well, that's what you get.
So I'd watch scary movies with my friends when I was a kid. And that's how I got
from the video.
That's how I got into scary movies, and I really liked X-Files a lot.
That's true too. I mean, I think
there were some things on TV that I got to watch, you know, but some stuff I had to wait till I could watch it on VHS later.
Yeah, I think most people are well, everyone's interested, had a little bit of a morbid curiosity anyway. You know, we're all fascinated by some of the same things, sex, death, and you know.
Well, my mom liked X-Files. I'd watch that with her sometimes. So
yeah,
she liked some shows like that. She liked some of the UFO stuff and unsolved mysteries.
Yeah,
we were all into that show.
People like all that kind of. I think there's some common interest there with most people. You know, with some of those things. But cool. But here we are. No matter how we got here we are. And
we're here.
Surrounded by a bunch of other people that are into the same thing, and that's what life's all about to me. So.
Yeah, we're all into it. Okay, so eBay sales have been steady. I've just been trying to list as much as I can. With my sinus stuff going on, I didn't get to list that much today, but.
But you have been before all that.
But I have been, yeah.
Just one day.
I've been in Barbie hell. I've acquired more Barbie outfits and Barbie dolls and little accessories. So I'm trying to figure out what the little pieces are, like what they go to, what place that they go to. I have that blood bank collection.
Oh wow!
Movies are horrible.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Trust me. I have collections sort of like this too. Other ones. Remember the ones we ordered? We did a show once. I think it was a Hangover, the Harry Scary Hangover, where people were recommending or telling me about box sets that were out there. Remember, I ordered them, and when I found out the names of them. They were like 50 movie packs, and I went on eBay the next day. And
we watched most of them, and they were terrible.
So these can't be.
So
any
it's
worse.
Probably like that.
Yeah. So I know what I'm in for, and that's fine. Like sometimes I just like that kind of stuff. Don't want to think about anything.
So yeah, just trying to, because we've got like a death pile accumulated of all this stuff to list, which is good because the yard sale season has wound down. You know, the weather should be changing soon. You don't see a lot of yard sales and stuff like that anymore. It seems like after Labor Day, the yard sales are like, you know, when you live in a place that has all 4 seasons and it starts to get a little colder.
Yeah.
But you know, that's okay. We have stuff here to list, and I'm sure we'll find more stuff at the thrift shops and things like that in the fall and winter. And the indoor flea market is year-round.
Yep.
There's indoor flea markets, so I'm sure we'll still find things.
Oh, yeah.
There's always going to be stuff.
I just went to the flea market solo on Sunday and had a lot of fun. Looked around, then came home and prepped for a fun procedure that I had the next day. But, hey, they kept me, you know, homebound, housebound, throne-bound. And but I had a little bit. I just got out a little bit before I had to do all that.
But you're okay, and that worked out fine.
Everything's fine, and that's a good thing to know. I love that kind of, and I don't have to go back for a longer period, which is good. But I don't think I find it. But we did. I know this is not thrifting. Well, kind of it is, because I did get some stuff to maybe do some retail arbitrage. But we went to Target. Speaking of the Bone Jangler.
We went to Target because the Bone Jangler was shopping at Target, and he recommended some things. And we went to Target like a little over a week ago, and they didn't have any Halloween out yet. Maybe some candy, but the shelves were bare. Like, you could tell they were getting ready to set it up.
Yeah, I think maybe other places had stuff out and set up, and we were.
And each store is different.
We ran right out to find some Halloween, and we couldn't find
it. Depends on when they could get it set up. The employees are trying to do all the work.
Yeah, they were
it's
still,
a lot of work.
They still had the Halloween candy out, but they didn't. They only had back to school. They were taking that out. That was still sort of in. Well, they were taking it, ripping it all out. So we went back.
Go show them. Go get the things.
Oh my God.
Go show them the things.
Here, really quick though, too. When we got there, it was yesterday. We went there. A lot of stuff was gone. You know.
Well, I don't know if it was gone.
Off the shelves.
I think maybe they were just putting it out because a lot of stuff only had like one or two things hanging up.
Well, the first things we saw were these.
I mean, it is possible that people were shopping them.
Yeah. Yes, but these were these were the last 3 on the shelf. They could have had boxes of them in the back. I don't know. Pallets even.
These are really cute.
But these are like in the tradition of the blow mold of the vac form mask.
Yeah.
Remember when we had as a kid the Ben Cooper stuff?
These are so.
These are a
freaking
sturdier
cute.
plastic too. But
Yeah.
these 3 were left.
But they're just, it's not like a whole face mask. You've got
it's like the big elastic strap.
the
on the back.
elastic on the back.
But even for a decoration, these are great, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're very sturdy plastic. They have that vac form plastic.
Yeah, and these are only
feel.
$10.
These were $10 a pop,
Yeah,
which
they're
isn't
super
bad.
cute.
But you were running around with these. Then you go, James, come here. I'm like, what? And I videotaped some of our videotape.
Videotape?
What do you want to call it?
With your VHS.
Yeah, with my VHS. But you were running, and I turned the corner of this aisle, and then you held up these things. Here, take that. Here, take that.
I want the cat one.
Yeah, I know you do. But they had these giant vac formed these were $10 a piece.
Only $10.
Only $10.
These are so cool.
And they had a spider and a spider web like this.
They are.
That's about 2 feet. That's 24 and 2 feet tall. But how crazy is that? I mean, and they had way more stuff there.
Only $10.
And they had a lot of blow molds.
At first, I thought maybe these would be cool to like hang on our doors, but they're too big. So we're gonna
Actually,
have to
this
maybe.
is just as wide as our door.
Maybe
but
we can
big.
hang them in a window or on a wall somewhere.
They take
but
up when they take
they're
up a
just
nice
so
chunk of room.
cool.
They are neat.
They're so cool.
Yeah. So.
And they're not super expensive.
Oh, I thought these would be $20.
Yeah, and Bone Jangler kept sending us pictures. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go to Target." And the pictures looked cool. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. But when you see it in person, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like a lot different.
And the Spirit of Halloween it's a cool store. It's just very expensive.
Spirit Halloween is very expensive, in my opinion. They did put out 20% off coupons, which is nice.
You're gonna need it.
So if you find something there, check like your junk mail because they've been mailing out coupons to us.
Yeah, I'm not putting them down. Maybe we should check it out.
Yeah, always check the junk mail for coupons.
We'll check out Spirit. But my gosh, I mean, if you're just looking for some, and these are what's nice about these is they get away with it because it's a very retro look. Mm-hmm. So it can, it's not that it's cheap because this plastic is very.
It's actually a decent,
yeah, it's pretty.
It's kind of a thick plastic.
Yeah, it's not like super crunchy thin.
It's got the barcode on the back, but yeah, I love the retro look for Halloween stuff.
So much fun. Yeah, so I can't wait to hang these babies up. You bought some lights, some string lights there, and we're getting ready to decorate, baby. And I got to find my Cleveland Press pumpkin. I have two of them actually.
Wiki Bobby, I'm at Metro right now.
Oh.
I hope you're okay, Wiki Bobby.
Okay, buddy. I just saw him at the flea market too.
Yeah, and you went to the Bria flea market on Sunday for a little bit.
Wiki Bobby and his.
I slept in a little bit.
And his brother was set up there. Mm-hmm. And it was cool seeing. I didn't expect to see him there.
Yeah, you went out and
I bought a chunk of stuff from them. It was pretty cool, and had talked to him for a little bit. But that was an unexpected surprise. Hope you're feeling okay, man.
Yeah, hopefully you're okay. I think we have the same interior decorators as Captain Joint. I have had a Dracula animated figure behind. I've had that Dracula animated figure behind James for about 40 years.
Oh, the one hanging up.
The Dracula hanging up.
Yeah, the flying
Dracula.
that's
from the 80s.
Yeah,
He's cool.
we a friend of mine, a guy I used to work with, texted me today asking me where to go to get online to decorate, for an office party.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know about online because we do a lot of our bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
We
boogers.
Yeah, Janet and I when we go, we all year round we accumulate things from thrift stores, swap meets, estate sales that's what this stuff's all from. Most of it's from that. It's we don't really go to Halloween show or wait till October to
no we shop year round for Halloween, and we're always on the lookout when we go to thrift shops, flea markets, estate sales. And if we find something cool for a couple bucks, we'll grab it. I have a big collection of the plastic vintage pumpkin pails. If they're only like $1 or $2, I feel compelled to rescue them. Yeah. And I don't really need any more plastic pumpkin pails, but I've got like a mountain of them. I could probably build a fort out of all the
We should
plastic
just get
pumpkin
some
pails.
decent size
I know.
battery operated lights and just throw them in there and decorate the room. Have like this lamp luminary.
Yeah,
That would be
maybe I
real
could
neat.
do something cool with them. Like hang them up somewhere or something.
That would be neat. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'd be like Chinese lanterns, except they're the pumpkins hanging.
Yeah, put little lights in them. Or
Yeah.
Do something fun with them. But yeah, the way they make plastic pumpkin pails now, it's like not the same. The plastic's real thin. And the vintage ones I collect are the ones that were made in the USA, like in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Even in the early 90s, they made some of them in the States.
Yeah.
But I think Empire Plastic is like the big one. And I think there was another General Plastic. But yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like not the same.
General Plastic.
But it was like a sturdy plastic pumpkin pail.
Yeah, but so I told my friend, I said, look, we just, my wife and I just went to Target and bought this, and I sent him pictures of this stuff. He's like, oh my God, because I'm going there right after work.
Yeah, I mean the Target website might sell it.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, I think
it's
store.
just better to shop in person with something.
To see everything. But they have so much stuff. We're not being promoted by Target or anything.
No, they did not promote us.
It blew my mind. It's that what's that line they have? Eek.
Hide and Eek
boutique.
Yes.
Hide and Eek boutique.
Cav says I bought a ton of Halloween inflatables in the off season. Our lawn is going to be lit up this year. Oh, fun!
Oh, I bought Svengoolie put out a Svengoolie inflatable. Remember a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, didn't you get a couple of them?
I bought 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them. I bought.
You need to put those up for sale.
I know. God, those got to be.
There's a lot of Sven fans that are probably going to want them.
They only made a limited
think
amount.
they make them anymore.
They made a limited amount, and I grabbed 2 or 3 of them. I forget.
Wow.
And I think maybe just 2. I think they were 40. Maybe I grabbed. I don't know. I gotta look. I know they're in a box somewhere.
I don't
know. Hopefully the moths.
What movie was that? We did a little.
Oh, Barbara Payton from.
Was that
Bride of the Gorilla?
Bride of the Gorilla. I don't know.
She kept saying
when you did that sound thing.
Yeah. And Bone Jangler even did that.
I don't know.
Way before he did it, he that caught his ear years and years ago when he did shows, and not years and years, but a good decade ago when he screened it and did the same thing. I guess because it's so. I don't know.
Elaine says totally agree. Vintage anything is almost always better. Comic Book Man says what up. John says, FYI, Batman will receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this coming Tuesday next week.
Batman?
The Batman is officially the first superhero comic book character to be entered. Wow, that's interesting. Well, the number one superhero that people dress up as for Halloween is Batman.
Batman or Pyre-Man?
Batman.
Batman?
Well, I'm sure Spider-Man's up there as well. Spider-Man should get one.
But Pyre-Man, Batman.
Batman, Pyre-Man?
Batman, Pyre-Man.
That's
not Batman, I'm talking Batman.
Batman, Spider-Man. That's a fun cartoon.
Anyway, that's interesting. I guess the fictional characters have their own star.
Hey, why not?
What about Starman? There's a Starman.
Well, let's switch gears here and let's talk about Mummy and Monkey stuff.
That's it for the thrifting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about thrifting, and we're going to talk about Mummy and the Monkey.
Ooh.
So we're going to host a movie this Friday. I don't think
we always host a movie every Friday.
Well, we'll see how I feel. I don't know if we'll do a hangover chat show or not.
Okay, that's fine.
Depending on what's going on that day.
Yep.
We're thinking the movie will probably be, what the heck's the name of it?
Something Mansion?
The Ghosts of Hanley House?
Hanley House.
It's about people going into a haunted house and ghost stuff happens. It's from the 1960s. It looks like it's in the public domain, and there's a ton of other YouTubers that have it on YouTube as well.
Oh, it's from the 60s?
From the 1960s.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that.
Yeah, and it's the audio quality is kind of sucky, but some of the scenes are kind of cool. It has like a ghostly kind of eerie feel, a ghostly vibe.
Well, I guess I'll know that tonight when I go through it.
So, yeah, and that's if you can edit it down and get it all done. If not, we'll do a repeat movie. So we'll announce something tomorrow based on how you're feeling about it. Usually we just announce the movie and everything on Thursdays just to make sure we know what we're going to do.
Right.
Make sure everything's confirmed.
Ugh.
So we have to look at that later this evening.
Grueling with all the stuff that's going on. It's a lot.
Bone Jangler says, yeah, the audio's a bit rough, but it's fun.
With the movie?
Yeah, the movie. Mm-hmm. And we've never hosted that one before.
No. New to us.
Randall says, good evening to my favorite friends. Hello, Randall.
Hey, Randall.
Spooky ghost movies. Yeah, perfect for the start of spooky season, since we're getting closer to being in October.
We got the DVDs in, too.
Yes.
You have one set in here? Oh, cool.
So this will be available at Cinema Wasteland. It will debut there, and we'll have them online later.
What is Cinema Wasteland?
Cinema Wasteland is the beginning of October.
I think I have it. Did I?
Oh, I didn't share our sold items.
Oh.
I just remembered that.
You put them in here?
I put them in there under stills.
Okay, you want to go to it?
Well, let's talk about the DVD, and then we can go back
we'll switch gears and then switch gears again.
Switch back and forth.
Well, let's do a little sandwich. We did reselling and do Mummy Monkey and then end with some reselling.
Sure, okay. So the movie that we're going to be playing at Cinema Wasteland is Zombie Cop. It's made by J.R. Bookwalter. The movie is from 1991. J.R. Bookwalter gave us permission to put it on DVD and to play it and host it, so thank you for that.
And to sell it.
And to sell it, yes. We are collabing with them. So this will be available at Cinema Wasteland for $15. And we can sign it real nice. And J.R. Bookwalter should also be at Cinema Wasteland so he could sign it. There's another actor that's in there that might also be there too. He plays one of the bad guys in the movie, so he could sign it as well. What the heck's his name right now?
James
L. Edwards.
There you go.
Yeah, he's a cool, nice indie actor guy. So it's a fun retro movie. We put it on regular DVD because the movie is not high definition. It's going to be like VHS, because it was made in 1991. So we just thought, have it just old school, standard edition on DVD.
Regular Ray.
Regular Ray, as you say.
Call it, yeah.
There's Blu-ray and then there's regular Ray. This is on regular Ray.
Yeah.
And some fans tell us they don't have a Blu-ray player. So some of our stuff will probably have to get put on regular DVD eventually.
Did you check to make sure that the movie's on there, not Big Chuck and Little John episodes?
No, the movie is on there. I did test it.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what happened with that.
That was hilarious.
That was a couple years ago. There was a snafu.
I'm going to tell you...
I think maybe we got the wrong video file or something.
So there was a Halloween special that we had made, printed up, and it came back and it had an episode of the Big Chuck and Little John show on there. Some movie, I forget what they were showing, doesn't matter. The funny thing is that we sold a bunch of them, but only one person, I think, or maybe two at the most,
3 or 4,
came and let us know that out of all the ones that we sold, it's did anybody even watch?
Well, and then once we found out that it was the wrong video on there,
we got them made up the right way.
We took them all down and had it redone. There was something happened. It was some weird glitch.
Yeah, who knows? Something was
I
uploaded.
have no
Maybe
idea.
the wrong disc was probably
we
uploaded.
We uploaded it, but then it was this other. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but it was funny, but I just think it's funnier that nobody let's say we sold 100 of them, only 3 people came back to say that hey, there's the episode's not on here, it's something else. So either people are taking them and just getting them signed and throwing them in a box.
I have no idea. But
it should make for interesting future thrift store fodder, that's for sure.
Yes, because they'll be like, "What the heck is this?"
A few of our things have popped up in the wild.
Yeah, one time when we went to the Goodwill bins, like the Goodwill outlet, one of those stores, one of the guys that's a regular shopper and knows we're YouTubers, he came up to us and he goes, "Hey, I found one of your T-shirts in the Goodwill bin." And he took a picture of it. I don't know if he bought it. Maybe someone else did.
I found one of our T-shirts at Savers. The punk rock one.
Yeah, someone else was saying they found one of our. I guess if your shirt winds up at the thrift store, your thrift store famous.
I think so, and I'm a graphic designer. Worked for several different toy companies and things like that over the years, and every now and again I'll see stuff I worked on pop up in the thrift store. So I'm like, hey, that's something I designed, or here's some of my artwork on that packaging. And so, that's how you know you've made it. Well, into this other world that we live in as well. So.
Oh yeah. Okay, so now where was I?
We're talking about the show.
Oh, and then some stuff we sold on eBay.
Oh, you want to go back to that?
Yeah, I totally forgot to even share that.
That's okay.
And then we could wrap this up in a little bit.
You getting hungry?
I'm hungry, and I feel like I need to chill a little bit on the couch.
You can do that. I can't.
Okay, stills. Okay, let's go. So where's the other one? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so this is something that you sold in your store. Do you want to talk about it?
I guess, yeah. This is something I picked up. Actually, I picked up 2 similar items. This was this. Oh, okay. You got the one that sold. Okay, yeah. So we went to a yard sale. It was beginning of the summer, I think it was. It's we bought like a couple of things there, but they had a little bin that said free. And I grabbed this. It's the 32nd annual dinner of the Americas Republican.
You got that out of the free bin?
This and another one.
I didn't know
similar.
you got those out of the free bin.
These were in the free bin.
Wow.
So absolutely 100% free from a yard sale. I'm like, these are from like 1919. These are really old, in 1916. They sold very quickly. I kind of comped them at other stuff. I priced this one at $75. This sold for $75, and the guy was very adamant about how it was shipped. Haven't heard anything back, so I think I got there fine. But yeah, this is I think I could click on this. Can I go down one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The ones that are numbered are just like random stills from our eBay.
There's the inside of the
to
thing.
show it was from 1918.
Right, in 1918. It was really cool, and it's just like a menu and a program for this like dinner they had back in 1918 for then the dinner of America's Republicans. Pretty cool. It had the whole goings on of the evenings, the speakers' names, the music that was being played, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and everyone has their own political opinions. We don't get political on YouTube. No. We just
sell stuff that's worth money.
It's just an antique collectible. You know, whatever people's opinions are is up to them.
Is theirs, yeah.
Yeah.
I sold a Scream mask. I bought these at Mark's. They had a bunch of them. I bought them. They were at $4.99. Sold them for $15. The only one I sold, I bought like 10 of them. So I'm in for $40, but we'll see what happens, or $50, whatever it was. But you know, I might sell more. Who knows? Closer we get to Halloween. But it was just a fun little quick buy. You can sell multiples. I picked this up for $15. I think it sold for $50.
Oh wow!
At the flea market. It's just a Ford Mustang ornament grill thing, and that sold very well. Very quickly. And this I picked up at Hartville Flea Market. I got this and a bunch of other stuff for like $30, I think, or $35. Might have even been $25. I forget. Oh
wow!
But yeah,
that's definitely a unique item.
This is it's made by Belmont. It's a brass record tube. I guess they bury this with a coffin, or bury I don't know what it's just a brass tube, and it's very heavy. And you put a document inside of it. Maybe the document that came with it. There's a bunch of stuff you fill out, and I guess it goes in the coffin, or it's kind of crazy. But that sold overnight. That just sold the same night I listed it. It sold so. And then a Motorhead CD. Yeah, that's right, baby. I think this went for $25 plus shipping or whatever. But hopefully they get this and they're happy with that. And then what did you sell?
All right. So I picked these up at a yard sale almost a month ago. We got them for $5 a piece. It didn't sell for $65. I actually sent out a 15% offer, and it went for 50 something, or maybe 10% offer. But it went for 50 something plus shipping. I did sell one about a week ago, but then they said it didn't fit, so they returned it.
But
because they're smaller sizes, it's vintage. But this one did sell like the same day I returned that other one.
But at least they didn't take the tags off.
Yeah, and I put in the description, and I was telling shoppers, like, if it doesn't fit, please keep the tags on when you go to send it back, because it's cool to have the original tags on it.
Takes the value out of
it. And that way people can see that it's still a new condition. It's new old stock from 1990. Mm-hmm. So that the old acid wash jeans, and they're really cool, and they're made in the USA, like old school Levi's.
You could wear those to the Peach Pit.
Yeah.
Put a lot of product in your hair and go hang out with all the cool kids at the Peach Pit.
And then this item,
hi-yo.
I got this for $1 at a yard sale, and it's a woolly bear plush caterpillar. And the brand is Fuzzigles? Fuzzigles? I don't even know how to say that. But it went for $19.92 plus shipping. It's just a really cute woolly bear plush.
Not bad for $1.
Yeah, he's like super cute. And let's see. This next one, this goes under the really weird, the weirdness category on eBay.
Bordering fetish?
I don't know. I don't want to know. But I sold vintage socks. It's old new stock. They're like sporty socks with the weird stripes.
They Stasha socks. They look like Parma socks.
Yeah. So I think I got those maybe for $1 or $2 at a thrift shop, maybe last year, and they sold for $19.99 just the other day.
Nice.
And do I have anything else on here? Let's see. Okay, here we go. So this I bought almost a month ago at a sale. I bought this with some costume jewelry. And this is actually sterling silver made by Taxco, Mexico. It was signed. It's an artisan made. It's like a handmade big chunky bracelet. And it was 62 grams of silver. I put it up for $149 or best offer, and someone offered me $130. I believe $130 plus shipping.
Is that one of Paul Stanley's bracelets from Kiss?
I know, it looks that crazy, right? It's like, but it was a cool bracelet, and I was considering keeping it, but I'm like, I'm good. Let's.
What did that sell for?
Let's sell it like $130 plus shipping. So, most jewelry, I don't, when you get a sale like that, it's not all the time, but when you do get one, it definitely helps. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you. All right, and let's go back to our webcam. There we go.
Boom. Well, there you go. There's some,
So those are
what we're up to in our
some
life.
sold, some things that we wanted to share.
Oh my God.
And we hope you guys are doing well, and we
Yes.
look forward to hosting a show on Friday.
We look forward to hanging out. I got some cool snacks for the snack toys ready to go. Excited to try these ones. This thing I found today when we're grocery shopping. And I don't know. Well, the movie should be fun. I'll have to, like I said, I'll see it for the first time for myself tonight. I never heard of the movie.
Yeah.
So I'll try to chop it up and do what I got to do.
And Wiki Bobby says he is still in the ER, so we hope, Wiki Bobby, that you're
feel
feeling better soon.
Yeah, man.
And that you get taken care of there. So, take care of you. And I think we'll wrap this up now.
If you say
I'm
so,
hungry,
boss.
and we've got a million things to do.
Okay, let's order some food and get to working. It ain't over yet. That's right. We're here to please you all here. All right. Hopefully we'll see you all this Friday night on the Hairy Scary Hangout.
All right. Thank you guys. Good night. Good fright. Mwah. Be safe.
Bye.
We'll see ya.